The person you think is completely useless in your office is actually the most dangerous one. And the reason they are impossible to fire is the same reason you are stuck. You know exactly who I am talking about. They do not work fast, they do not understand modern tools, and they constantly complain about being overwhelmed. Yet, during every round of corporate layoffs, they remain completely untouched by upper management. You assume it must be nepotism, management blindness, or just a flawed system. You tell yourself that corporate life is a meritless scam. But you are analyzing the situation using emotions instead of looking at the system architecture. They are not surviving despite being incompetent. They are surviving because of it. That is the system working as designed. Welcome to the Workplace Strategy Lab. Today, we are debugging the corporate system to understand a threat you do not even realize you are facing. Because if you are a high performer, this person is the exact reason you are not getting promoted, no matter how hard you work. In the language of software engineering, this person is not an employee. They are legacy code. In computer science, legacy code refers to outdated software that remains in active use simply because a critical system depends on it. Nobody understands how it was written, and the original developer is long gone. However, everyone knows that if you try to delete it or update it, the entire application will crash. The legacy code employee operates using the exact same principles within your corporate hierarchy. They have found one specific critical workflow and completely obscured how it actually functions. It might be a monolithic spreadsheet with broken macros, a fragmented billing process, or an undocumented vendor relationship. Their ultimate goal is not to perform the job well. Their goal is to make the job a black box, because what cannot be understood cannot be replaced. By turning their daily tasks into a black box, they remove management's ability to measure, audit, or replace them. Look at how they handle external requests from other departments or project managers. They never give a straight answer, always wrapping their responses in thick layers of technical jargon and exaggerated difficulty. This creates an artificial barrier to entry, ensuring no one else dares to question the timeline or the method. Over the years, this artificial complexity compounds into what engineers call technical debt. The company pays interest on this debt every single day, in time, in money, and in silent frustration. But because the debt is hidden inside the legacy employee's daily routine, the finance department cannot measure it on a spreadsheet. In cybersecurity, this is known as job security through obscurity, and it is a highly effective, albeit parasitic, survival strategy. If you write clean code and document your processes, anyone can step in and take over your position. Therefore, the legacy code employee actively avoids documentation, standard operating procedures, and transparency at all costs. When forced to train a junior employee, they do it chaotically, ensuring the new hire fails to grasp the full picture. This engineered failure proves to management that the legacy employee is the only one capable of handling the complexity. They do not solve problems. They create an environment where they are the only available key to the lock. Complexity is their shield, and confusion is their primary mechanism for long-term survival. Now, let us analyze the financial calculation that management makes when dealing with this individual. From the outside, you wonder why human resources and the directors do not just fire them and modernize the workflow. But firing them is not a management decision. It is a controlled explosion, and no manager wants to be the one standing next to it when it goes off. Executives are fundamentally risk-averse and heavily biased toward short-term stability over long-term efficiency. Firing the legacy code employee means triggering an immediate operational crisis that the manager will have to personally clean up. The spreadsheet will break, invoices will bounce, and the department's metrics will plummet for at least a quarter. It is simply cheaper and less painful for leadership to tolerate the inefficiency than to detonate the black box. Instead of replacing the broken server, management simply pays for extra cooling systems to keep it from catching fire. They will even create entire sub-departments just to patch this person's inefficiencies. So, where do you fit into this architecture? When you, the high performer, enter their ecosystem, you immediately trigger their internal threat detection systems. You naturally want to optimize processes, introduce automation, and clear out the bottlenecks that slow the department down. Stop right there. They view your efficiency not as a helpful contribution, but as a direct attack on their carefully constructed job security. They will subtly block your access to their data, claiming the system is too fragile for your new methods. They are masters of utilizing corporate meetings as a distributed denial of service attack against your new ideas, not to destroy your idea, but to exhaust you until you give up on it. They will demand endless alignment sessions, request unnecessary risk assessments, and drag every optimization into a bureaucratic loop. By exhausting your bandwidth with administrative friction, they ensure your upgrade patch is never fully installed. If you push harder, they will run to management and frame your optimization attempts as reckless behavior that risks operations. And here's the brutal truth: the system will usually side with them. Management fears the collapse of the legacy code more than they value your innovation. They must ensure that your modern processing power is suppressed so their outdated bandwidth remains relevant. This is the purest definition of office politics, explained through the lens of system architecture. It is not about personal dislike, it is about resource control. You might be listening to this and thinking that becoming legacy code sounds like a brilliant survival strategy. If the system rewards complexity and punishes transparency, why shouldn't you build your own black box to protect your paycheck? That is a dangerous miscalculation that will permanently cap your career trajectory. You might assume that staying indispensable guarantees a steady paycheck during an economic downturn. However, when external consultants audit the company, they do not have an emotional attachment to the legacy architecture. They will simply rip out the entire system, taking the legacy code employee down with the obsolete servers they protected. More importantly, while the legacy code employee cannot be fired normally, they also cannot be promoted. They are trapped in their own maze, permanently stuck maintaining an obsolete process while the rest of the industry evolves. You do not want to be a load-bearing pillar trapped in the basement of the corporate structure. Read this next line carefully. This is where most high performers lose the game. If you are replaceable, you are promotable. If you are indispensable, you are stuck. To advance in the reputation economy, your value must be scalable, visible, and easily understood by the leadership tier. You must build systems that work without you, which paradoxically makes you more valuable as an architect, not a mechanic. If you are the only person who can do your job, you will never be allowed to leave that job. Start documenting your workflows, open sourcing your internal knowledge, and actively destroying the black boxes in your own department. When you simplify a complex process, you prove that your processing power is meant for strategy, not routine maintenance. Do not seek job security through obscurity, because true leverage comes from undeniable, transparent capability. By standardizing your own tasks, you force the system to acknowledge that your true worth is your adaptable intelligence. You want to be the engineer who designs the automated pipeline, not the manual laborer pulling the levers every morning. This is how you escape the operational gravity of your department and enter the strategic layer of the organization. The corporate world is a complex network, and you must choose which type of node you want to be. You can be the legacy system that everyone tolerates, or you can be the upgrade that everyone relies upon. Stop playing the survival game and start engineering your exit from the operational layer. System update complete. Whether you adapt or get deprecated is now your decision.